Welcome to the Phenomenal Woman series. Let's start. Tell us, who is Danielle Jones Cox?
So hi everybody, as Nicole said, my name is Danielle, but everybody calls me Danzy. I am a project manager by profession and policy professional. I have been married to the love of my life, Danielle Cox, for almost 3 years. Shout out to Damie. I am the last of 3 children for my mom. I am a sister, I am a cousin, I'm an auntie. So that's kind of me in a nutshell, fun-loving person.
All right, you speak that you're a project manager, and looking at you, you're quite young but very accomplished. Tell us about your professional prowess over the years.
Okay, so I always start off by telling people that it's not an overnight success. I have been a failure. It's not something that I'm shy to talk about, because there was a time at university where I literally failed every subject in a particular year and had to build myself back up. But I have a first degree in biochemistry. I have another first degree in political science and social policy and development, and my master's is in government with a focus on crisis governance. Just a few years ago, I got my project management professional designation, and I'm also a certified change management professional as well.
All right, so speaking about failing subjects, I know you, so I know the backstory. Tell us about high school as well, because many persons would have thought from high school that you wouldn't be where you are today. So take us all the way back.
Indeed. So in high school, I was head girl. I would say that I was one of the smartest persons in high school, I think. But so we're just gonna be all the way real, Nicole, and to your viewers as well. I was in a relationship with somebody who took a lot of my attention at the time, and that person really sort of isolated me. I became very insular and sad, and my whole world revolved around that person. And for a long time, I got into a cycle of depression. And so when I went to university, I really just wasn't ready to focus on schoolwork. And it took me a while, with the help of friends and family, to sort of build myself back up and to remember who the heck I am, girl. And so it was after going through that situation with that person, getting out of that relationship, thank God, I sort of put the pieces back together and rebuilt my life.
Speaking of a relationship, how important is it for women to know themselves, know exactly what they want when entering a relationship, and how important is it to communicate your needs and desires to your partner?
Oh, it's absolutely paramount. I think because that relationship was really my first serious relationship, it started in high school. I think I was very impressionable, and so it's one of the things I say when I have my own children, I really want to be there for them, to guide them in relation to the understanding of who you are. I didn't know who I was, Nicole. I'm going to be all the way real with you. I was still finding myself. And I think after I got out of that relationship, that's when I really realized I got the opportunity to say, who is Danielle? What does Danielle want? What does she like? Just as her own individual person. And because of that opportunity after that negative experience, I was able to just focus on me. And I think I stopped making some of the same mistakes.
Danielle, tell us, what 3 things makes a woman phenomenal?
Okay, so my 3 things are: she has to be determined. She can't allow anybody to sway her off her path. She has to take no BS, because Nicole, I have found that not everybody is going to be for you, and that's okay. But there are some people who see your light and they want you to dim it for them. So don't take that BS and don't believe in any of that foolishness. You are your own light. Let your light shine and don't allow anybody to dim it. And I think the 3rd thing is you have to be smart. You won't always necessarily be the smartest person in the room, but I think make sure that you are educated so nobody can take your failures, right? Have your education and have your fallback plan so that you are good all on your own without anybody else's help. So those are the 3 things for me.
Danielle, you are married to the love of your life, Damian. Tell us, how important is it that women choose their partners correctly?
Well, so absolutely, Nicole. I think that your partner's love and support and belief in you is very important to your success. I say this to my husband all the time, that my success is as much a factor of me as it is of him. His support, his belief in me. There's this study that talks about success, individual success, and the level of success that people achieve in marriages that are supportive. So I would say definitely it's one of the reasons I think that I have this innate drive. Yes, it's a part of me, but my partner, who is very supportive of every little vision. Sometimes it might seem like a harebrained idea, but he's never the one to say, no babe, you can't. He's always like, well, how are we gonna get it done? And he's the planner for me. So whereas I am very impulsive and I'll just run with things, he's the one that's more methodic and strategic and will work out the mechanics for the ideas for me. So it's crucial, Nikki.
Danielle, we recently celebrated International Women's Day, and the plight of women continues to resonate globally. Locally, the issue pertaining to the safety of women continues to be at the forefront of local discussions. It's a twofold question. Tell me, what can we do to ensure that we make the safety of our women a priority, as well as what can we do as a sisterhood to ensure that we support each other?
Absolutely. So to the first part, Nicole, I can honestly say that over the last several months, I have felt unsafe in a major way. These are discussions I have not only at home with my husband, but even with colleagues at work and family members. And as a woman, I feel a sense of just being unsafe, as if I'm not protected. I find these days that even to go out, I want to go everywhere with my husband just to know that I have his presence there. So there's a way in which as a society we have not been protecting our women, and it's absolutely sad. But one of the things that I think that we can do for each other as women is to support each other. I'll give you an example. Just the other day I was coming to the supermarket parking lot, and I saw a gentleman following a lady, and she looked very uncomfortable, like he was talking to her but she didn't want to speak. And I think, Nicole, I don't know where it came from, but I just got brave and I literally walked over to her and asked her if she was okay, and she told me that she was not okay, and I told her to come with me. And I think just that presence in numbers allowed her to feel comfortable to walk away. We walked back to the pharmacy and she said she didn't know this man, didn't know where he came from, but she was so grateful that I stepped in. So we need to look out for each other. We need to be our brother's keeper, or in the case of us women, be a sister's keeper. I think if you see something, say something. And I think we just really need to find that strength to speak up and to stand up for ourselves and to support each other in that way.
So Danielle, let's move on to lighter topics. So we know that you are a seasoned professional. and you have your project management designation, you're a wife, aunt, daughter, etc. But you also have a fun side to you. You are a fashionista, you love makeup, everything girly. How are you able to balance that?
Well, Nikki, I think that's at the core who I am. I think take away the degrees, take away the international certifications. This is Danielle. If I could do this all day, I would. I would dress up every day, do makeup every day. That is my absolute passion. I've loved stuff like this since high school. I used to watch my mom do her makeup a lot. And she's the one that really inspired me to get into makeup. I used to sit and watch YouTube videos constantly. I was drawn to that. And so I think it's just that creative side of me. It's like an outlet. Fashion for me, makeup, doing my crazy natural hair is all a part of a creative outlet for me. It's who I am.
Danielle, thank you so much for being with us, encouraging women, telling us all about your passion. Tell us, before we go, what three things makes Danielle Jones Cox a phenomenal woman?
Okay, so Danielle Jones Cox is somebody who has inner strength. I think that for me, I am absolutely determined. Nicole, whatever I set my mind to, I always go after it. I think the second thing I would say is I'm gorgeous. And I'm a classy lady. Sometimes women are afraid to talk about their outward beauty, but I think sometimes you don't give yourself enough praise. Where we all look uniquely different, and I love my uniqueness. I love my complexion. I love my crazy hair. That makes me unique and phenomenal as a woman. And I think lastly, as I was talking to you about before, just being smart, not only street smart but book smart too. Read widely as a woman. I think that makes me phenomenal, and I'm always in the business of learning and forever growing. So that's what makes me phenomenal.